is Lauren Makk. I'm an interior designer here in Honolulu, Hawaii. And today for you we have our $2,000 design challenge. So my goal for this project was to take $2,000 and create something fantastic out of it. It's a 2-bedroom unit, so that's not a lot of money to do. A living room, a kitchen, a hallway, a kid's room, and a master bedroom. Check out, this room was pretty steep. I had a lot of things working against me in terms of the architecture. So we have these single panel wood walls that really don't allow you to really hang anything because they are, again, single panel and there's no depth in the width of the walls, which is a common feature you find in Hawaii. And I also had the cinder block walls that were pretty difficult to drill into and to manipulate. So my challenge was to kind of eliminate those aspects by painting them in a really cool way. We also had one beautiful cinder block beam that ran through the ceiling, and I wanted to emulate that feel throughout the space so that it looked like a repetitive architectural feature. So my first challenge was the cinder block walls. They're very hard to drill into, and I wanted to give this client a masculine kind of industrial feel. And so what I thought was cool, I found this great equipment at my local home renovation store, and these are all plumbing supplies. So we use the galvanized plumbing flute, a 2-inch nipple of return, and some galvanized threaded pipe, and created a really cool industrial looking curtain rod, which is very affordable and looks super chic, and it's totally customizable. At Hawaii, which is Kaka'a's newest and most modern design studios, and we sell this really incredible product. It's called the Transforming Cabinet, and what's so awesome about it is you can get it in a multitude of ways, but I purchased this particular skeleton for this client because I liked the way it looked. I thought the colors were awesome, and it has a sliding door which allows for my client to have both a home office with a slide-out desk for his computer, as well as a storage facility for all of his books and television equipment. So this piece alone really ties together some of the natural elements in the room, as well as provides some great storage in a home office. So I also was able to utilize some really decorative boxes for big gaming pieces, things like remote controls and all those other funky things that I just don't want to see all the time. Have them in boxes. And then I was also able to sneak in for a coffee table this awesome woven trunk, which carries a lot of extra storage for books or blankets or homework equipment or even shoes when you're coming in from after. This amazing picture for very affordably at a local resale shop. And I love the architectural details and the sort of the lines and the masculinity that it evoked. So in tandem with that, I thought, well, let's pull in some color. So I got these great rust pillows also at a local resale store that I just loved, and the lines kind of emulated the picture. So it was just a great way to interject a little color into this otherwise monochromatic scheme. Absolutely a part of the $2,000 renovation. We found this awesome architectural piece on Craigslist, and my client actually found it first, which is funny, and at first I wasn't in love with it, but it really tied it together and it looks fantastic. I love the lines. It really evokes a sense of kind of the photography and pictures that we found in it, and it looks perfect in the space. Here we are in the little boy's room. Now, I had a couple of challenges set up against me for this, but I think we really played it off well. The room was shaped a little bit awkwardly. It had a little bit of a niche in one corner, and we decided to use that to our advantage by placing the twin-size bed in this area. And what we did was I had some panels sewn that I adhered to the wall and, to the ceiling. And what it did was it gave me an opportunity to make a little fort bed for this little boy. And so now he can come in here and have his own little play space to hang out. And when he's ready to be a part of the rest of the world, he can just pull the sides back and he's good to go in terms of his own space. And because this was going to be a privatized area, we decided to utilize one of the light fixtures that I sell at my store. For only like $15, we were able to create this really incredible handmade pendant light for him. and that he can control at his own use.
No, and it's made out of plastic spoons, right?
And it's made out of plastic spoons.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Isn't that awesome? And so we also incorporated some more products that I sell at my store, Pad Hawaii, which was these magazine racks that allow the this young man to enjoy reading and do his homework, or he can even slide his like laptop or iPad in one of those spaces as he continues to grow up, and it'll be right there at his bed, close by his charging area.
Oh, his toys are up there.
And he's got all his cool toys. We installed 2 floating shelves, also from my store, Pad Hawaii, which are great floating shelves that add a lot of architectural details and give him a great place to put his books and collections. So this bedding that I chose for this young man, I wanted him to be able to grow with it. I didn't want it to be too youthful now and, you know, too big boy later. So I found this really cool bed that reminded me of Legos, and he's a Lego enthusiast. So we brought in this cool graphic print, which allows him to kind of utilize it. And as he gets older, he can add his own personalized touches, whether it be sports or comic books or Legos or whatever he likes. But this definitely has a cool theme. Those were actually on sale for $18. And then this rug I found at a local resale shop too, which was only 20 bucks. So all in all in this room, we probably spent about $200.
Wow.
And definitely love this extra storage unit. It's great for him to put all of his games and books and toys and collections. And we just did it in a kind of a cool grouped way so that it looks more approachable and not so junky. Here we are in my client's master bedroom, and this is where the magic happens. Now, I wanted to give him something that was masculine but still approachable for the bachelor that he is, so that women would feel comfortable in this space. So it actually kind of started out with the curtains as kind of our driving design. They were just really awesome, and I found them at such a great deal that I had to purchase them all. One thing we had working against us was the length. They weren't long enough for this space. So what we did was we added a little extra length to give it that sort of rustic industrial feel, and they turned out fantastic. I mean, they're just long enough and they really elongate the room and stretch it out, which is great. So we've tricked the eye by creating an illusion that their ceilings are taller than they actually are. So in tandem with the monochromatic look, we just added a couple layers of grays to really kind of balance out everything, and that way nothing seems so matchy-matchy, which is really important. And then we went on Etsy and found some really cool pillows online that just add a little bit of personality and integrity to the design. Last but not least, we were working with a really tight budget, and we wanted to give him a really funky headboard that had some rustic appeal. And we found these great crates on the side of the road.
Are you serious?
They actually came from Fisher, Hawaii, and I put a clear glaze over them just so that they wouldn't be sticky or anything rough. So I put a little coat of clear epoxy on them, and they turned out fantastic. And we added a few personalized touches, a hand-beaten kind of a circle drum made out of brass that looks really sophisticated as a side table, and again some touches from the garden that were found just right outside the front door. And this is my client, Titus. Titus, how do you feel about the new space?
It's pretty amazing. I really like coming home and staying home. I also like to entertain and have people come over, cook dinner and stuff, and it's just a really, really comfortable space. And there's absolutely no way I could have done this without her. The walls would probably be orange and purple if it wasn't for her.
Were you totally blown away by what you could do at $2,000?
Yes, this is huge. I like to call it balling on a budget. Yeah, I just, I didn't have a ton of money, so like I said, this is what I have, and she obviously made the place absolutely outstanding. Extremely grateful for her in Pad Hawaii.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Really came through in the clutch.
Well, my job as a designer, and my job, I'll explain to you, is to really create a space. I mean, I want people to come home and say, thank God I'm home. Yeah. As opposed to like, oh God, here I am. So that's what we did. We created a space for him to love and to thrive in.
Nice. Okay, thank you.